What's up everyone, Arctic here, bringing you guys the fourth installment of my Gears of War 3 strategy development series. Today we're going to be taking a look at execution on the map Mercy. I'm going to be talking about three key things: the opening rush, the lethality rating or effectiveness of each power weapon, and basically breaking down fresh gameplay from the new weapon swaps put into effect on Monday, October 24th for Mercy. These are on the fly strats, so you guys are going to kind of understand my thought process and why we are doing what we're doing. So let's get right into it. So the Mercy swaps that have been changed, obviously the big one is that Boomshot is completely removed from the map in exchange for the Torque Bow. Both the Torque and Digger now spawn in the middle of the map and switched with the grenades, which are now spawning in Sanctuary or Church. And up top, the One Shot has been replaced by the Mulcher. So it really opens things up. You don't have that clustered fight in Sanctuary during Boomshot rounds. Really changes the dynamic of the map. So our base strategy is a 2-1-1. That's just what I came up with on the fly. It's kind of something that we run on King. Obviously, we have an emphasis on balcony. So we want to get crosses and get the high ground. And then we have one guy, which is me, watching the Torque Bow, and Skyless goes inside for the frag grenades. So at the opening of this round, we do not grab the ink. Again, I did not grab the ink because I want to make sure that these guys are not pushing for that power weapon. And I know that Skyless is going to grab the frag grenades. He pretty much grabbed uncontested because I was able to get there to the ruins, call it out, and make sure that he knew how many numbers were coming into the church. So he got an easy grab, was able to push up on their side of the church and pretty much take control. Now in terms of lethality, I want to get to that first. Now, there's pretty much three tiers in our minds. When I say our minds, my team, amazing. So we have tier 1, which is like Boomshot. Frag grenades could be tier 1. And then ink grenade could also be tier 1 because it's pretty much a guaranteed kill if you get a stun with ink grenade. Just depends on how you use it and what position you're taking it to. Then tier 2, you have like long shot, Digger, could be tier 2, or Torque Bow. Most teams would consider the Digger to be a tier 3 power weapon, so you don't really see a lot of teams going for the Digger. Just they rather go for Sniper or they rather go for Torque Bow over the Digger. So I think that later, probably in the progression of competitive Gears, you might see more emphasis on the Digger down the road, but for right now it's just not that well used, and there's not a lot of teams that know how to use it effectively. So it's questionable what tier you want to consider that, but obviously most teams would and players would consider it tier 3. Now I want to emphasize this, what happened during this round. Now they have top control and I kept poking out so they would keep shooting me, and while they were shooting me during that second spurt there, Cali North pushed up on them while they were looking at me, got a shotgun kill. Really opened things up so that we could regain top control, flush them out of the nades and ruins on their side, and I was able to grab Torque Bow, get a kill on the guy running inside Church, and we cleaned up in a 4v1 on the very last guy sitting there in the corner. As you guys see here, Skyless gets a shotgun down and puts him out. So the very next round, I call a, I believe Skyless actually called this. He wanted to do a strat that we did in Security where it's, we smoke and try to grab power weapons. It works surprisingly well. The obvious thing with this is that we don't know what smokes to throw. So you're going to see in the opening with this that we miss a smoke grenade at their side church door, and a guy goes in there and just about lancer down Skyless. He was just a little too late. You see Skyless is full red there. But we're able to get that power weapon and get out. Now, because he has the Digger, and we consider the Incinerator nades to probably be like a tier 2, tier 3, because you need to accurately hit people. It's pretty hard to do. So I grabbed those, and we don't like to stack power weapons. So that's one of the reasons Skyless got in there first, but he wanted me to grab because if he dies with Digger and he dies with Incinerator grenades, that means we lose 2 power weapons, essentially. So a lot of the times you want to spread that out. The only situations where you need to grab both is if you're outnumbered and you have a clear grab, then that'd be the only opportunity to grab. So the thing that we're doing here right now, again, we did not grab inks at the beginning. We ink stun the people up at top because we know they're going to sit up there because they did that every other the previous round. And so we're going for ink stun. Skyless has the digger, so we want to push with the digger. So we're looking for basically an opportunity to regain control. That's what the digger allows us to do on a map like Mercy or any other map for that matter where the digger is placed. It allows you to retake map control. So that's one of the things that we were doing there with that digger and ink combo. And I did not push up with them because I needed to watch our flank. And you guys see there was a guy behind us. Cali North got the down on him. I got the cleanup. Round 3, we do a 3-1. We send 3 people towards balcony. Phobos is actually playing the Cellar on those steps by Gorgon. He's actually using the Hammer Burst to get crosses on balcony. And Cali North and I are pushing up in balcony. I have my Lancer out, and I tell Cali to use his shotgun, so he's going to be the aggressor. And I am pretty much close support. Phobos is far support. Skyless is by himself in nades again, just to see if they're going to go in there and contest him. Now you see at the very beginning he's able to grab while we are taking this 3v2 pretty much up top, and they push in on him very late to take a 2v1 on Skyless. So we played the numbers game really well on that, and that's something that you need to kind of think about when you develop strategies and opening rushes, is playing the numbers game. What are teams doing? Where are they sending the most people? Where's their vulnerable point? Obviously, we played them on that round pretty much because we knew they were running 2-1-1s. Now, this isn't a set team, so I figured they would probably resort to their base strategy because they don't have anything in mind. Whereas we've been running different variations of these opening rushes in different game types. So the fact that we were able to execute that almost flawlessly is pretty good. And we pretty much just play the numbers game, like I said. Cali North gets an ink down there. Sky pushes out. We have a 3v1. He has nowhere to go. And we get the easy down there. Again, it's numbers game. Opening rush. Numbers game. Now this is another base strategy, except we run an audible. I am more of a floating, I guess, position than I normally would be, just in case they decide to do something a little bit different and commit to either grabbing grenades or maybe running up top to get Phobos. Now I play closer to church for Skyless's backup in this one. So I'm going to be on this pillar. And I'm pretty much just tagging people, making sure that, again, they're not grabbing the power weapons. Last time we ran a force push to grab the digger. We did not do that, obviously, this round. I'm just tagging and looking. And then once Skyless says that he's hurt, I quickly flip in there, get the down on this guy, coughs, and they can't finish Skyless right there. It's kind of lucky. I grabbed the meat shield and was able to melee him off. But see, that quick audible kind of caught them off guard because Coughs overcommitted to our side. I got an easy Lancer down in his back. And we turned that into a pretty much a 1-for-1, because I won't say that Skyless should have lived in that. He probably should have died. But we turned it into a 1-for-1. And the other guys were able to take out their players up top. So I hope you guys understand the general flow of this. It's very back and forth, very cat and mouse type gameplay. And I will catch you in the next strategy development episode, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Peace.